Morning from wherever you are, and welcome to this unsolicited stream. And as you can see by my co-hosts, it's most definitely a Star Trek stream. No, wait, sorry. No, it's of course a WWE, a wrestling stream. We're doing a live wrestling stream because breaking news has just hit us like a soft cock punch from John Moxley that the culling has begun at WWE. And we have a list of people that have been released.
But we have to preface this first before we start.
Yes.
Okay, this occurs on the same fucking day that they announce they're getting $1.4 billion to air SmackDown on the USA Network. So keep that in mind, okay? They're getting $1.4 million. And on the same day, what are they doing? They're firing people on the same day they're making record profits.
And the talent were under the impression that the days of mass layoffs were over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, wrong.
My contracts are going to get just run down and blah, blah, blah. But no, the mass layoffs are coming. They're coming in thick and fast. There's going to be more for sure. Gaz, do you want to give us the list of people that have been released so far?
So, first of all is Mustafa Ali.
And he requested his release, to be clear, before people throw him in there. He, I think, said, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, was that earlier this year or was that last year?
He asked for his release 2 years ago.
He asked for his release a couple years ago, but he's not lumped in with the budget cut people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next
just
person...
give us a list and then we'll go back through them.
All right, Rick Boogs.
Yeah.
Emma.
Yeah.
Aaliyah.
Okay.
Elias.
Yeah.
Riddick Moss, Madcap Moss. Top Dollar. Shelton Benjamin and Dolph Ziggler.
Okay, so which one should we start with? We'll start with the lower card.
Rick Boogs.
Rick Boogs. I've never seen him. Never seen him wrestle. Never seen him do anything personally. Shredder. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, he was paired with Nakamura for a while.
Yeah, the best thing about him was when he would do the guitar entrance with Nakamura and Pat McAfee would lose his fucking mind.
He was fairly talented, though. I mean, he was somebody that you could have developed for the future, but apparently not.
Yeah, so basically what happened was, I think it was last WrestleMania where he tried to... No, it was WrestleMania before that, sorry. Where he tried to lift both Jimmy and Jey Uso at the same time for a Samoa drop, and his leg just went out like that. And I think,
that guy, yeah. Fuck.
So basically, if it wasn't for that piece of bad luck, I think him and Nakamura could have had a decent tag team run because he was a decent enough worker, and Nakamura's charismatic enough, and he had an interesting entrance, he had an interesting look. That it was kind of heartbreaking to see that he was gone because they had potential there, but just one bad injury can just turn your career on its axis, basically.
Yeah. That's a sad reality. I mean, it happens, and especially if you tear something around the knee area, then you're on borrowed time. That's unfortunate to hear. Okay, next, what do you guys think?
Emma, considered that she only just came back and
And the way she found out was probably arguably the most heartbreaking of the entire day so far, because this is also on the announcement of WWE is holding Elimination Chamber in Australia, which is good for them. This is huge. So, and then she's like, this is a dream for me. And then literally not even a minute later, she just tweets, well, never mind. I just got released. That was just
stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, of all the releases to happen, that one's the more heartbreaking because they could have just given her a sending off at Elimination Chamber. She goes in the chamber, even if she's the first to get eliminated, it doesn't matter. But at least they could have waited a bit longer.
But they look at it as well. They've already got an Australian star in Rhea Ripley, so they don't really need Emma.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly think Tenille Dashwood probably would be a great acquisition for AEW for their women's division because at least she can actually fucking work.
Yes.
Look, let's be honest.
The same with Aaliyah.
Yeah, let's be honest. Emma was completely pointless in the WWE. Her entire run was pointless.
Oh yeah.
As in Impact, she was great. That's where she really rebuilt her career. And I was always surprised that she went back to WWE. Okay, the money's probably a lot better, so I don't blame her for doing that. Some wrestlers have a limited window if they're not going to be like massive draws. So, and I agree with you. I think, I wouldn't want to see her go back to Impact, even though that women's division is great. I think she's needed in AEW. She can fucking help train some of these people as well. I think she can wrestle. She's a great talent. So yeah, those are my opinions on her. Anyone else?
Oh, okay.
So the next one, Elias.
This one pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Considering that he basically had two personas and he kind of worked for a little bit. He's up there, but he's not as good as this. What I'm about to say, but the Josie Parks Abyss thing that they did for a while, Impact, that went a lot better than this. But kind of, it was going along the same path as that they had two different personas in the same body.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of worked for a little bit. I mean, it was a bit stupid when it's to start with, but I kind of got behind it because the guy doing it was good.
Yeah, but Elias was over as a heel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Never forget when they were in Seattle and he and Kevin Owens are sitting there and he's like, John Cena and Bobby Lashley is like having a basketball team in Seattle, and the crowd just roared them with boos and they got pissed. And I don't think I heard a crowd that loud in a long ass time. It was legendary.
Yeah. This one really, 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 really pisses me off. And for me, it's not now. I was pissed off when Elias was hot shit. They fucking Zack Rydered him.
They did.
They Zack Rydered him. They just fucking shoved him around. Didn't know where to take his gimmick, and then they just buried him, and then he got injured, and then blah blah blah. But it was a huge opportunity missed. He would have definitely been a fantastic upper mid carder for the company. Great worker, one of the best personalities. The guy learned guitar for his gimmick. You know what I mean? And that's how committed he was.
And the perfect title for him would have been the United States title, just him touring America, singing songs and shit, talking about like how he's like the greatest U.S. champion of all time. That would have been his gimmick. It would have been fucking great.
It would have been perfect. They really like. I put him up there with Zack and Damien Sandow in terms of potential botched. For me, so that really hurts.
Next one, Aaliyah, who I don't know, but apparently from what Shredder was saying, is a good wrestler.
Yeah, very good worker, especially quite a young age too. So she's just someone who I think AEW should definitely be looking to pick up. Even though I think they either need to expand the women's, need to expand the programming to give the women an hour each week, or they need to split the goddamn roster and create some more spots for the women.
Yeah. I can't see her going to AEW.
I could potentially see her going to Impact, though, joining, say, the likes of Trinity Fatu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. I would. Yeah, Impact seems more the kind of the home for her to kind of rebuild her career. Because I mean, apart from her tag teaming with Raquel Rodriguez, she didn't really do much else. Like,
but neither did Tay Conti in NXT, and she became one of AEW's biggest stars.
Yeah, I agree. Again, and just wasted. So, let's see. I hope so. I hope she does amazingly well out wherever she goes. She's still young. So, yeah.
Madcap Boss or Reddit Boss, as they
his release fucked me up too, because his release got the JTG treatment where he didn't even find out until he was scrolling Twitter and he was like, wait a minute, for real? I got fired?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Oh.
Yeah. He'll come back.
I mean, Madcap Boss, was he like with
Baron Corbin?
Was it with Baron Corbin? I thought it was in the Brawling Bruises or whatever it was. So.
No. He was with Corbin.
He was with Corbin.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're thinking of Rich Holland.
Yeah, you're thinking of Rich Holland. That's who you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised with this one because I thought he was a Vince guy. So I'm
not entirely surprised that Madcap Moss got released. I mean, there's not been a great deal of improvement from him. So.
Was he not technically gifted or something? I thought he was all right from what I saw.
Well, he was decent for a big guy, but again, there wasn't like a great deal of improvement in his work. So
Yeah.
again,
Okay,
I'm not
fair
entirely surprised that he's gone. Although again, it was a shitty way for him to get released. Having to find out on Twitter.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sucks. But Ring of Honor for him.
Yeah, Ring of Honor.
Put him in Ring of Honor.
Definitely. All right, next one, top dollar of the hit realm.
I'm
Well,
gonna go ahead and say
he went over like he did the top rope. Let's just say that.
I don't.
Well, I mean, when you've got Michael Cole on TV every week saying he sucks, then
Yeah.
The writing is on the wall there. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Just go to this comment here.
And there's no way.
Space
There's
Man.
no way he's going to somewhere like AEW. I mean, the Elite already buried him on an episode of like Being the Elite back in the day when they put like $1 bill up. One of them put like $1 bill on their forehead and said, do you want this? It's a top dollar.
Oh
my god!
And one of the other ones said, no, it's too green.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, that's
Zing.
gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Yes, so AEW's EVP's already fucking buried him. So there's no way he's going there.
Top dollar is going nowhere. If I let's be perfectly honest, I think he's just not. He's not a name we're gonna see again.
He might go MLW. He might go MLW.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
he's gonna go. He's gonna go to one of the lesser known promotions, if anything.
I mean, do you think he's gonna go to the indie circuit?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if he'll be coming back to it.
If anything, he could just make rap freestyles and be fine because people.
Either that or just get a normal job or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit Row, and speaking of Hit Row, people are like, "Why haven't Hit Row got released?" They're gonna go. Just take my word.
They'll go.
I don't think they will. I think they'll try and do something with the next few weeks with the rest of Hit Row.
How many members are there in total?
There's anher 2, isn't there?
There's 2
Yeah,
more.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
They'll probably put them in with the Hurt Locker 2.0.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they'll put them in with the new version of the Hurt Business, but I mean, again, I think they'll probably try and do something with the other 2 because at least they were talented. They weren't getting buried as being, worthless every week.
Yeah, take them away. Take them away for a couple months, and then you can take them down to NXT, give them some seasoning, and then call them up.
Nah, I think my money's on them getting cold. I think they're going to get released.
Yeah,
they were released earlier and brought back by Triple H. And
at the same time, though, there's always the possibility they'll be reduced to the jobber role like Karrion Kross was.
There is that. Yeah.
There's that. Yeah, there is that. They're going to need a couple of their jobbers on there. All right, guys, next.
The gold standard, Shelton Benjamin.
How do you not keep this guy for life as a coach or trainer? That's what I don't understand. Shelton Benjamin, that's his role. Clue. Yeah. That's his role. Shelton Benjamin is a guy that you keep in the locker room for the sake of keeping him in the locker room.
And the thing is, even though he's 48, he can still go.
Oh, he's incredible for a 48-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, this one, I'm more surprised that they haven't kept him on as a coach. But this is now my biggest fear as well, is that we're going to see a whole lot of coaches getting fired from WWE as well.
Well, never let go of Sarah Stock a while back.
Yeah.
And never forget they left the company as well.
Yeah, never forget they let go of Fit Finley, so if Fit Finley's expendable, anybody's going to be expendable.
Fucking William Regal got let go of.
Yep. So this is my worry, is that there's going to be a culling of importing like trainers and things like that, and the standards could end up dropping as well. There's a whole load of repercussions that could occur. I could be wrong, but anyway, guys, next one.
The final one is Dolph Ziggler.
I thought he was gone a while ago, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
no. He had a really good run in NXT. I think it was about a year ago. Where
about a year ago.
Yeah, but with doing stuff with
Steiner's kid.
Steiner's kid, yeah. So I don't go and call him Bron Breakker. Thought that name.
No, Dave Steiner. We'll call him Dave.
Dick Steiner. Yeah,
Dick Steiner. Yeah, we'll call him Dick Steiner. Perfect. Yeah, well done, guys.
Anyway, he. I mean, to be honest with you, he's a great wrestler. I mean, why he hasn't gone anyway? He should have gone to an ROH or Impact or something like that to raise his stock. It's I mean, he was champion for about 5 minutes, and then they took it away from him. But he's just been hovering around kind of the upper mid card ever since. It's just why? He's much more talented than that.
Well, they bring him in for like a very short push, and then that's it. They don't know what to do with him afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they bring it because
he's been a waste of talent. Unfortunately, he's one of the best talents in the roster, but they've just wasted him for so many years.
I've always maintained that he peaked at Survivor Series 2014. That was his moment to capitalize on it. But ever since then, I knew it was over.
It was over since then, for sure. If you ask wrestlers who they loved wrestling against, they will always tell you it was Dolph Ziggler because he made every move of theirs look amazing because he was such a great seller.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Jim Cornette compare him to Kurt Hennig, saying he was like a modern version of Mr. Perfect.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sell. I would say, I would probably go further and say, he's probably a modern version of Beautiful Bobby Eaton in the sense that wrestling Dolph Ziggler was a night off for people.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were working, and it was probably one of the easiest matches you were going to work. It was against Ziggler.
Yeah, because he just made it all look so fucking easy.
And I don't think I ever heard him hit anybody either.
I mean, Christ, I remember. Do you remember when Sting was in WWE?
Yeah.
And they had that fucking awful match with Triple H, and the question was, what were we going to do with him afterwards? I actually loved Jim Cornette's suggestion, which was that if WWE was going to have him for a final run, book a series of retirement matches. Like one final tour. Where he's going to go to cities where he's meant something in the past. So have him wrestling a house show in Memphis, have him wrestle a special event in Atlanta, and and again, Cornette. His main suggestion was, do you think that Dolph Ziggler wouldn't consider it an honor to bounce off of Sting like a fucking Super Bowl the whole night?
Yeah.
It'd be Dolph Ziggler's easiest payday that he ever made.
Oh, yeah, and, he looked like $1 million.
Yep.
And he would be in there with one of the top legends of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And hell, who did they put Goldberg with to get his confidence back? They put him with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, listen to this bollocks I've just seen on fucking Twitter from WrestlingNews.co. Axios report: SEC finally
Vince is going to be out.
Vince may leave WWE. Yeah.
I got a bridge to sell you if you actually believe it.
I mean, out of all the guys who have been released so far, Shelton Benjamin, I would say AEW needs to pick up immediately because, one, you can get a final run out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And working with your top guys, working with your younger talent as well,
and your brother.
Yeah.
Well, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh no, sorry, Dolph.
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin. Whoops.
No, Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, again, I would put him in there with younger talent, get them, working with him, and also afterwards keep him on as a goddamn coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get a wrestling school running.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got so many talented coaches out there, and Shelton Benjamin is one of them.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin is a dude I'd love to sit with and just pick his brain.
I mean, that was supposedly going to be the plan with Ace Steel. They were supposedly going to make him the head of training.
Yeah.
I would definitely bring in Dolph Ziggler.
If AEW needs anything, it needs its fucking training center, its performance center, and Shelton and Dolph would be. I don't know if Dolph would want to do it because I know he wants to do other things with his life, like he's got stand-up comedy and acting.
Possible, but you may be able to convince him with the fact that his brother's working there.
Yeah. But Shelton, 100%.
Elias would be a great pick for them, as would Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Those are the four you would get for the men's division. They get again Emma and Aaliyah would be great gets for the women's division.
Yeah, I mean Mustafa Ali versus Buddy Matthews again.
Oh,
that would be classic. Yep.
Mustafa Ali against Darby Allin. I mean,
my God, let's go! Before Darby Allin ends up in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
Talking of wheelchairs, I mean, I've finally seen because I've subscribed to Stephen Richards, who broke down the Moxley favorite thing that he did yesterday.
Oh
my God!
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Go ahead. I'll talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, go on.
Oh.
I was going to say, he literally, free-framed it, where he basically botches the tombstone. And literally, he has his head literally, trapped underneath his thing.
Well, it was the move outside the ring that rung his bell.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. It was the move outside the ring that rang his bell first, and then Phoenix then goes ahead and botches 2 fucking tombstones afterwards.
Well, no, well, here's the thing, right? It was the diving senton. It was catching Phoenix in the diving senton where Moxley got his bell rung.
Yeah.
Now, at that point, the referee, Rick Knox, should have checked on him.
Yes, I agree.
Should have communicated with Gorilla and say, hey, look, he's got his bell rung. I'm stopping the match.
Yeah, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, he should have called the match there and then. He didn't. They allowed it to carry on. The worst part for me was Ray Phoenix hit a Phoenix driver.
Yeah.
Rick Knox starts the count, gets the 2. He goes down for the 3rd time, and he stops before the 3, even though Moxley's shoulders aren't coming up.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah.
Teddy Long put it best, and Teddy Long has years of experience as being a referee. That's something that a lot of people forget, which is that the referee should treat it as a shoot. It should be a case of, if that guy's shoulder is not coming up, your hand is going to hit that mat. And you deal with whatever heat there is afterwards, because there could be any number of reasons that guy's shoulder has not come up. Now, it could be something stupid like he's forgot to kick out, or it could be that he's genuinely hurt.
Yeah.
And in Moxley's case, it looks like it was a case that he's genuinely fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So, this guy's already got a concussion. They pick him up for another Phoenix driver because it was the fucking finish. And then that's when the 3 count comes in. If I were Tony Khan, I would have fired Rick Knox in the spot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Rick Knox is the one that needs the disciplinary for sure. But you don't do a second fucking thing if you know your guy's hurt.
And for every positive that I've had to say about AEW over the last year or so, we look back and things like Matt Hardy smashing his head off the concrete, or was it one of the Dark Order was concussed in the middle of the ring? They just pulled him to the side and started running spots over him.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is the concussion protocol?
Yeah.
Well, CV Richards was saying that he thinks that Moxley. Well, he says that Moxley told the referee that no, he's getting me up for another one, so don't count to 3. Apparently, that's what he said.
Yeah, but if Moxley's shoulder's not coming up, that's not on.
It's not on Moxley. It's not on Moxley to call it, and Stevie Richards is just making a speculation here. I'm not going to go on the word of Stevie Richards. We know what we saw,
look,
and the point is,
Stevie Richards, great professional wrestler. His analysis is superb. If you go, get a chance, check out his channel.
I've got his channel. Yeah, he's great.
He's done some fantastic breakdowns, but he doesn't know firsthand what went on.
Exactly.
But again, if Moxley has said he's going to pick me up for another one, why didn't his shoulder go up?
Yeah.
His shoulder should have gone up. If the shoulder has not gone up, 1, it looks shitty on TV for the referee to just stop the count. And 2, if his shoulder has not gone up when he's already called, this is not the finish, well, something's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what happens. If Rick Knox doesn't face any repercussions for this, then, AEW haven't really learned anything. At least, get it home to him that, hey, if your talent's fucked up, just do the shoot pin. Yep. Just do the shoot pin and we'll figure it out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with like an unexpected finish. You can make wonders with it if needed.
You can build stories about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You could say, all you got to do is just say, "Oh, this is marred by controversy because this shit happened," and we'll figure it out from there.
I mean, what was going to happen afterwards? What was Khan going to run down to the ring and blow his quads whilst getting into the ring and complain to restart the fucking match?
Yeah, and look, I mean, Chris Jericho has form for calling a match when an opponent's been injured. Look at what happened when he faced Pac.
Yeah,
in WWE, Pac had destroyed his ankle. What was it? His ankle, or he?
It was his ankle. It was his ankle.
He destroyed his ankle. Couldn't get up, and Jericho communicated to the referee he's hurt.
He's hurt. Yeah, you could literally hear Jericho yell at him like, "Dude, he's hurt. You got to call."
And Jericho basically had to call an audible. He basically shoved the referee to get a DQ. Just end the match there and then.
Yep. That's it. That's the kind of wrestling brain that's needed all over the sport at AEW. They don't have it. They just they're very, very rigid in their thinking. Let's put it that way. It's another way of just calling them stupid. But
there's some NXT releases expected later today or sometime tomorrow. Has anybody got predictions on who that might be?
Oh Lord, here's going to be a crazy one. Even though I know he's got a job for life, if people are going to go, I wouldn't be shocked if Sean gets the call and says, "Dude, you're out of here." I know it's unlikely, but Stranger things can happen.
Hey, stranger things have happened. I'm just gonna wait for William to come back in before I make my predictions.
Yeah.
He's back. He's here.
Streamlabs for some reason hates me.
Yeah, I don't know.
So who was your prediction, Jose?
No, we said we'll wait for you, mate.
I said that stranger things could happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Shawn Michaels get the call, because if they're going to be firing coaches, you never know, man. I mean,
I doubt it.
I don't know. I doubt it, but
I'm more thinking talent. Who's probably going to go?
So in terms of talent, maybe Gigi Dolin might go.
She's one of my 2 predictions for the women's division to get cut. Her and Dana Brooke.
Yeah,
Dana Brooke. Yep. I was going to say Dana Brooke. Possibly Katana Chance.
Yeah,
and her teammate, her tag team.
I have to look up the NXT roster because I haven't watched.
Is Dexter Loomis still there?
Who?
Dexter Loomis is on the main roster.
Yeah, Loomis is on the.
But he's out injured at the minute.
Okay, who do they have?
I'm predicting both the Coffee brothers are going to get cut.
No, because they're both, one of them's champion, one of them's tag team champion at the moment.
Apollo Crews is probably going to get cut as well. We forget he's still there.
Yeah, Apollo Crews will probably go. They're going to do everything they can to keep these 3 people. These 3 people will not go. Braun will not go. Carmelo Hayes will not go, and Trick Williams will not go. Those will be the 3 that stay. I could see Noam Dar possibly.
Yep, Noam Dar, Quincy Elliott.
Yep.
Quincy Elliott, Noam Dar. That would be a fucking crime if they got rid of him.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. That's all I can tell you at the moment, mate. My knowledge of the roster is not great. I'll be sitting there lying if I.
Yeah, my knowledge is not too great. Yeah, last time I watched
JCJ maybe as well.
Yeah,
I think they're sort of pushing JC Jane's like one of their top heels in the women's division, so I don't see her.
Oh, that's fair enough. Gigi Dolin,
Dolin and Dana Brooke are my 2 predictions for the women's division. Drew Gulak's another one I think might go.
Yeah, and
that's a good shout.
I like Drew. Yeah,
I think Gigi will do better on the Priscilla Kelly. I'm going to call her Priscilla Kelly. I fucking hate the name Gigi Dolin. I think Priscilla Kelly will do better on the Indies anyway. She's dirt in the good way kind of thing, and I think she's just been too tame. Her run with the Poison, whatever they were called, was good, with Mandy Rose and
Toxic Attraction.
That was pretty good, but now I just think she's better off to go back to Indies. I know, like, from some of her posts, because I follow her because and I think because
that's another future wife, is it, Penny?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%. Her and Liv Morgan, future wife guaranteed.
It'd be a real fuck up. It'd be a real fuck up if they let Joe Gacy go. I'd be mad about that one.
I don't know who that is, but
I don't think he'll go. Again, Drew Black I think's probably gone. Dabba-Kato I think's probably gone.
Dabba-Kato, who's had like 100 different names. That guy's got.
So Joe Gacy's thing is that he's a heel who does like sort of right-wing talking points.
Well, he's a cult leader.
Yeah, he's a cult leader, kind of.
All right, so I'm looking at the NXT roster now. All right, Oro Mensah, don't even know who that guy is.
No idea.
I don't either. So I think he's going to go. People I've not heard of, so who else here? Josh Briggs, don't know who he is. He can go.
Well, again, if you don't really watch the NXT product, boss man, it's pointless you speculating. On who's
don't speculate just on faces.
I mean,
I watch it occasionally.
We at least watch the product every once in a while.
Yeah,
I do watch it.
I think, as I said, I think Quincy Elliott's probably gone. I think Dana Brooke and Gigi Dolin are the 2 women that are going to get cut.
Yeah.
I can see Drew Gulak going.
Wesley
probably going. I don't think Wesley's going to go.
I don't think so. I kind of like him. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Selena Vega.
I'll be interested.
I know she's not NXT, but
you think Selena Vega will go again?
Possibly.
I don't think so. I mean, again, we've had a round of cuts from the main roster. I don't know if they'll be going any further.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, the day's still young because it's only like going on 12:30 here, and They don't usually wrap up cuts until like the evening. And
Oh yeah, fucking hell, yeah. These all announcements were really early.
this
Yeah.
was first thing
Yeah.
this morning. Yep.
I think Sasha Banks is going to get cut. I just have that feeling, man.
Yeah.
Maybe Naomi as well.
Mm.
I'm trying to think.
Andrade, I think they're going to cut him as well. Alberto
John
Del Rio, he
AEW's
might
gonna
get
cut
cut. Huh?
Yep.
What you think AEW's going to cut Andrade?
No, WWE are going to cut Andrade.
Yep.
We were saying I had a feeling Sasha Banks is going to get cut as well.
I could see Dean Ambrose, that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, I think
was
he's going to get cut.
Who was the sports journalist? Was it Bill Simmons who he got a chance to talk to Nick Khan?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
he said that he would like to see potentially Test coming back to do an angle with Stephanie McMahon. Test has been dead since 2009.
He's been dead for about 15 years, bro. Don't know what to tell you.
That is just.
I mean, Christ, we made
when
fun
Nick
of the
Khan
Saudis.
has to correct you on that, you know you're fucked.
Yeah,
up.
I mean, we made fun of the Saudis wanting the Ultimate Warrior and Yokozuna for their first event.
Yeah.
And yet here's an American sports journalist saying, "Why do you bring Test back?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been dead 14 years.
What about people like Titus O'Neil? Do you think they'll keep him on as an ambassador?
Yeah,
they
he's
got
the
to.
ambassador
They
for
got
life.
to. Yeah,
Matt
he's
Riddle?
the lifer. No, get him out.
As much as I would like to see Riddle gone, but I don't think he'll be cut anytime soon.
I think he'll just get
Karrion
taken off
Kross
TV.
and Scarlett Bordeaux.
There's a chance.
That's always a possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that it's not his fault that he's not getting over. It's just that he's just been booked so
Shitty
badly.
booking.
Just shit booking. I mean, 90% of the people getting cut is because of shit booking.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, okay. And then while we're still talking wrestling, what's y'all thoughts about Raw possibly being moved off Mondays? Because there's a chance it could happen.
Okay.
That'll be a strange one.
That will be a strange one.
I don't care, to be honest. I mean, SmackDown is going back to the USA Network.
Yep. And they're
as
talking
well.
about having NBC pick up the rights to maybe Raw and NXT, and people are like, are they going to move Raw off Mondays? I'm like, I doubt it. I could see them moving networks, but not moving nights.
If Raw was to move off Mondays, I would expect Warner Brothers Discovery immediately to stick on an AEW program that night.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they were split up, they make it Collision, but they're not. So.
But, I mean, again, Dolph Ziggler, his release has been devastating because it's one of my 4 WrestleMania predictions out the window now.
Oh,
Which
They were
was?
yeah, there was a discussion, obviously, because there's speculation that Rock is going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40.
which you will.
So if Rock's facing Roman Reigns, who should Cody Rhodes face? And I had a few suggestions. Number 1, Ron and Don Harris. Bring them back for a handicap match.
You know, I'd like to see. I like to see Steve motherfucking Blackman come back.
Is that so I can beat the Nazi out of them?
Yeah, that's my entire reason for bringing back the Harris twins was if they can have the full swastika tattoos that they have on display.
Oh,
it means Cody Rhodes can really well and truly end racism in America once and for all.
After he hugs his black baby, yes, he has to.
Yeah, and then at the end of the match, he kisses his wife and baby, and it's just like, no more racism. I have ended it. That's it. Draw the line.
Yep.
My second prediction was Gable Steveson, and that way Cody, on top of ending sexism and on top of ending racism in America, he can end sexism as well.
Oh,
what better way to do that than by beating a rapist?
Yeah. Oh, damn.
He can end rape as well, hopefully. Yeah. Or he can
Karrion
fight Dolph
Kross.
Ziggler to see who has to dye their hair black after the match. Was that?
No, Karrion Kross. This was a battle of just who's taking up roster space and not getting over. And my fourth and final one was Dolph Ziggler for the rights to "It Should Have Been Me."
It should have been.
yeah.
You know, so whenever either one of them wants to bitch about never winning the WWE title at WrestleMania, only one of them's allowed to say it should have been me.
And then Punk could come out and be like, "I should have main evented WrestleMania, damn it!"
I'm telling you now. WrestleMania is going to be Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk.
I wouldn't be surprised.
CM Punk made a comment that while he was commentating on the UFC live cast or whatever it fucking was.
Oh yeah, he's got about 2 months.
Because I'm not doing anything for 2 months, and that falls under Survivor Series.
Yeah, but do you think he's just trying to fuck with the internet audience?
Yeah, probably. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now even WrestleOps is talking about this bullshit with Vince. Vince ain't going nowhere, motherfuckers. Vince has done the craziest shit. He ain't leaving.
He literally well, I mean, listen, what was one of my predictions when this thing happened? My prediction is that as soon as they've got the company and they have majority control over
force
it,
him out.
They're gonna force him out. I did say that.
Yeah,
you did.
I'll give you credit. I was one of those that said, like, I think Vince. I said that Vince will try to get away with shit. That's my theory.
Yeah,
I'm like, he's gonna try to get away with shit.
Yeah, I would. I'm just saying, William, that I did predict that as soon as the takeover happened, they were going to work towards trying to get rid of Vince.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so as soon as the more the rumors start coming out, the more it's just like, they want to get rid of that piece of shit. They do.
We're gonna see who's right first, because my theory is Vince is gonna be trying to get away with shit on TV before Ari Emanuel steps in and says, "Hey, motherfucker, stop that shit." Because that's
supposedly as well. Vince McMahon has a controlling vote on the UFC's product.
Oh shit! Okay,
does he?
Ooh.
That's one of the reports that's doing the rounds, which is that Vince McMahon has a controlling say on the UFC's product.
Well, let's see, because he's not majority stakeholder, they can do votes and maneuvers to kind of oust him. I'd love that if they do that. Oh, that would be heaven. Unfortunately, they're still under the Endeavor umbrella, which is not great for the talent.
I'd like to see Dana come in and be like, "Hey, bitch, I'll slap my wife. I'll slap the fuck out of you. Stop that shit."
Yeah, I'd love to see. Of all the things that are happening, if that happens, that'd be awesome.
Yep,
that'd be awesome, because it'd be like Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle said in like Joe Rogan's podcast as well, like, they're gonna have to pry this company from my hands, basically.
Yeah, Vince said he intends to live till he's 120.
Yeah,
that I believe. Yeah,
I think if Vince is forced out and he has nothing, I think that will kill him. When he doesn't have any control over WWE, that's just gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, because that's all he knows.
I'm surprised, he's not died already from steroids enlarging his heart.
Yeah.
Well, when you've got billions, you keep an eye on these things, and
Vince is somehow part cyborg. I'm convinced. I'm like, because he ain't dead yet. He's part cyborg.
It's called money, mate.
Yeah, he's got enough money to be.
When you got lots and lots of money.
Yeah, you got billions. You got billions. You could buy Oprah with the kind of money you got.
He's probably taken the hearts of talent that he's released and just implanted it into him.
Every time I fire you, my soul grows stronger.
I was going to say, anyway, I'm just going to put this out there. I might ask people that I'm in the business with if they want to do interviews on here. I can ask.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they will want to do it. But I can always ask. So is that something
you can just ask them whatever. Get your questions.
One of my coaches is Chris Redway, and he's phenomenally good.
Okay, so people are saying, Vince may leave WWE. It's only a matter of time before he fucks up. I hope that I'm right before Ginger is. That's all I could say. I fucking hope I beat him to it.
What's your prediction that he's gonna see what he can get away with?
He's gonna see what he can get away with before they force him out. That's what I predict.
Okay, it's on.
Yeah,
the race is on.
Yeah,
I'll throw out a prediction too. It'll come out that Vince McMahon, before he's forced out, it'll come out that Vince McMahon has fucked a camel at one of these Saudi Arabia shows. Just to prove how manly he is.
Just to prove how manly.
We're gonna get sued so badly.
Yeah, we're getting sued.
Yeah, we're getting sued. Allegedly fucked a camel. Allegedly. There we go. I've covered our bases. But Gaz, do that.
I mean, we're probably gonna get sued. We're probably gonna get sued with tonight's podcast anyway.
Yeah.
Tonight's podcast? No, tomorrow's.
Oh, tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I forgot this is
tomorrow's
podcast. Tomorrow we're probably going to get sued into the ground.
Tomorrow, I've said to the guys already, tomorrow's podcast is going to focus mainly on, Russell Brand and, Sneeko.
Oh, God.
WWE. Those are the kind of main areas. All the other stuff, Like, I don't give a shit about Lauren Boebert getting jerking. So I don't give a shit. It's just
I live here and that happened, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That
yeah, it's just right wing hypocrisy. Until I see the bitch get marched out of office, I don't really give a shit.
Hey, at least Pee Wee Herman did it in an adult theater.
Yeah,
exactly. And there was just other adults there, not in front of kids.
Yeah,
you know, fucking family values, my ass. But tomorrow's stream is going to be a bit of a because there's a lot to talk about, not just regarding Brandon Sneeko, but the kind of environment that they help foster and things like that. So tune in for that one tomorrow.
We still need to get round to watching that 1000th episode of Impact.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Oh yeah, none of us have watched it.
Yeah. Also, there was a video that Gary referred me to earlier. I wondered who the fuck he was talking about when he messaged and he said wrestling with streets.
Huh.
Oh, they got him.
He leaves.
They got him. They got him. Hang on, I'm waiting for him to come back. This fucking
wrestling with what? Oh, wrestling with regrets. That's what.
Wrestling with regret.
Yeah, so because it was talking about the 8 worst bits of Sting. That's what it was. Now, as people may know, Sting is my favorite wrestler of all time. So
I fucking hate this website for streaming.
I don't know why it keeps kicking you. It's so stupid.
I have no idea, but Gary, when Gary put it in the group chat, he said it was Wrestling with Streets. I was wondering who the fuck is this channel he's talking about. It was Wrestling with Regret.
Yeah,
Brian Zane, and it was the 8 worst moments of Sting's career, and somehow ending Rick Rude's career was not on that list.
Maybe he just missed it completely.
I mean, how the fuck do you miss it? It's one of the
biggest,
one of the biggest, fuck ups of Sting's professional career.
What did he do to Rick Rude? He break his neck.
No, it was during a show in Japan. He dove from the inside of the ring to the outside, and Rick Rude's back wound up smacking into the edge of a platform. It fucked up his back. Rick Rude finished the match, but he had to call it quits. He had to end his career.
Yeah, because he was at the Budokan. So the Budokan is one of the biggest sumo wrestling things in Japan. It's like it's probably like, I think it's either the first or the second biggest. So that platform is for sumo wrestling. But the problem was that when he went out to do it, he hit Rude, and Rude basically went flying out trying to hit the ball, but his back when it basically went like that. It worked fun.
I mean, it was an accident. Although Rude apparently told him not to do the spot, but he did it anyway. But look, it was an accident. Unfortunately, it was an accident. Shit happens, and I don't know if they ever had any words about it afterwards. But at the same time, you end another wrestler's career. That's got to be one of the worst moments of your professional career.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be like doing the whole D'Lo Brown thing and then forgetting what he did to Drods.
Yeah,
I mean, do you think Ridge Holland is ever going to,
forgive
let down
himself
the fact
for potentially retiring Big E? Yeah.
What's that?
Ridge Holland, breaking Big E's neck?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's Big E. It's been over a year.
Was that Ridge Holland that did that? Why do I keep thinking it was Braun Breaker?
No, it was Ridge Holland. He fixed him on the floor, and Big E didn't go all the way over and landed on his head.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the spot. I just keep thinking it was Braun Breaker.
Nope.
But I mean, Big E's career is probably done as well because the doctors are telling him don't fucking wrestle.
Yeah, they're telling him not to do it, and he's actually like, "Okay, if I can't, I can't."
He's talking about going on the commentary.
Yeah,
which I think he'll do very well on.
Great. Yeah, bring him in.
Again, like Titus O'Neil, he could be a brand ambassador for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he'll be with WWE for the rest of his life, considering he got hurt on their watch. And they're like, "All right, motherfucker,
it's new owners, mate. It's new owners. The loyalties may no longer exist under the new company." But I'm with you guys. He should be an ambassador. Yeah. Stay on. I don't know. I don't even know if TKO Holdings are going to be doing some of the reach out programs that WWE does. I mean,
I think they will. I mean, I think they will still do the Make-A-Wish. I think they'll still do the charity events because it's good PR for them.
Yeah. And
it's PR that the UFC can't afford because obviously the UFC does not have a fan base that is largely children.
Yeah, UFC is adult oriented pretty much.
It doesn't even have good PR either. It's fucking it's a festering shithole of constant controversies. So and the thing is like they're going to need the WWE because that's going to pay off all the debts that they have as well.
But I am curious, and I've not heard anything about it for about a year.
What?
about what's his name, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s wrestling thing that he's supposed to be getting about. I heard about that last year, but I've not heard anything about.
Impact will make it to episode 1300 by the time that Freddie Prinze Jr. gets his promotion going.
Yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s wrestling project is basically like control your narrative at this point.
Yep.
But that wrestling show's terrible.
Yeah, they ran like what, 1 or 2 shows, and that
They ran
was it.
2 shows, and that was it. Yep. And then EC3 was like, "Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have said that, or we shouldn't have done it."
Yeah, because I mean, what Adam Scherr, Braun Strowman went back to WWE.
Yeah.
Was the other one Karrion Kross?
Karrion,
and he got signed up by WWE too. So that just left EC3, and
EC3 was like, "Yeah, we done fucked up. We should."
I mean, no, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if WWE was petty enough just to bring them back, just to fuck over, control your narrative.
Yep. And
that wouldn't shock me in the slightest.
That would not shock me because that's their kind of motif, is to fuck over other territories. God damn it, poor women. Fucking stupid streaming platform.
This thing
that we use for free while Zam and Cheeto pay for it.
I wonder who. I mean, as like Brett Keane or
on your generosity.
Has Brett Keane or flaming someone else that Shredder's pissed off like program just to fuck with him.
It's possible, but as I was saying before I got cut off, I mean, the fact is WWE have got form for this. I mean, what was the name of Jimmy Hart's promotion that he tried to run in 2002?
XWF? Yeah,
Excitement Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
And, he had Kurt Hennig, he had Hulk Hogan, and, those guys got signed by WWE. Sable got signed by WWE.
Yep.
Roddy Piper got signed by WWE.
Yeah.
Yep. Vince will poach just to poach because he can. Well,
he will hoard to stop territories.
Well, look how many talents he hoarded in the initial days right after AEW was announced.
Yeah.
He signed anyone and everyone.
Yep.
Yeah,
and expand the product and all this kind of stuff.
Like Kevin Owens, he signed him just to make sure he didn't go.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what they did. And, they wanted that. They started that aggressive expansion as well into territories that destroyed, like, almost pretty much crippled the British industry for a while. And so it's never put it past him. Vince does not like competition, despite what people think. He hates competition.
When they brought back the ECW brand in 2006, that was one of the big concerns. The rumor was at the time that initially they were running ECW to hurt the indies.
Yep, and it was supposed to be an internet show too. A lot of people don't know.
Does not surprise me. Was that because of the indies that were coming up on and being watched on the internet?
Yeah, the plan was to fuck with independents, namely the bigger ones, likes of Ring of Honor and Dragon Gate.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
That
would surprise me. Like I said, he will do anything to crush any kind of competition.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. The only reason he couldn't crush WCW or AEW is because they had billionaire backers as well.
Yeah, they got more money than him.
And Impact is not really relevant. That they crushed themselves, so that kind of helped him.
But they survived the dinosaurs. They've survived the plague.
They survived.
Yeah, all the times that they should have gone under, and they've yet managed to survive. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have colonized Mars, and
Impact will still be here.
The next millennium, and Impact will still be on television.
Yep.
Which ECW wrestlers do you think they'll still be putting at the top of the cards?
Oh, I guarantee you, Tommy Dreamer will still have a job.
Tommy Dreamer will still be there. Ric Flair will come out of retirement again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that kid that MJF told that he was adopted will probably have a job somewhere because that was hilarious.
The old Bret Hart intro.
Yeah. The other thing is as well is if Endeavor kind of gets rid of a lot of people that know how to run the wrestling company, like they get rid of the wrong people without realizing, and it fucks the product up. Do you guys reckon they'll end up selling the product, or do you think this is it now for the foreseeable future until the product completely tanks?
Like I said, short term, I think it's going to suck. But we won't know how it's going to go for at least a couple of years. It's going to take a while before we can paint a clearer picture of where we will be.
Yeah,
at least that's my view.
5-6 years before.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, 5 or 6 years we'll have a clearer picture, but short term it is going to suck.
It's going to suck, yeah, because
but the company that really should be on the lookout right now is AEW, because all of those marketing staff that WWE had that Endeavor no longer wants.
Yeah, they should snap them up.
Why is Tony Khan? Tony Khan would be a fool not to snap these people up.
I mean, ticket sales. Sorry, Gaz. Ticket sales in the US market for AEW are plummeted.
Yeah,
for live audiences, so they're gonna need to, because
to add to that too, the interest just isn't there. Like, I know y'all know, the interest just isn't there like it used to be. It's like people gravitate toward what's cool. Wrestling ain't cool anymore. Nowadays, it's about whatever's hot, and it's about video games and
there's streaming services. There's far more channels than there were back in the days of the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah, there's no reason to watch live.
And you've got to figure out a way to grab people's attention.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. This is it, and like wrestling is just okay. It's not the product it once was, but what you might start seeing more, especially from AEW, is just going into the foreign markets more. Because if tickets aren't shifting in the States, then they'll just start doing more of Europe, more South America, maybe, Australia, Asia, things like that. Canada. Yeah, Chicago.
The only place they're not going to touch is Japan, because Japan is like, no, this is ours. You don't come.
Well, they've got deals with Japan, so they send their wrestlers over there and all that. They don't really need to go there per se.
I don't think there would be an issue if they worked out a deal with New Japan to actually run a joint promotion in the Tokyo Dome.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Have Danielson retire there, because I could see Danielson going there and being like, all right, motherfucker, I'm out.
They're talking about doing Wrestle Dream as a regular yearly event.
Yeah.
I mean,
that would be good to do that in Japan.
Yeah. Why not do one of those in Japan? This year it's going to be in, was it Seattle?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So again, why not next year? Although Tony said, look, it's not going to be exactly October the 1st every single year, because obviously with what day of the week that'll fall on, but we're going to aim to be as close to it as possible.
Yeah.
So again, this one's going to be in Seattle. Do the next one in Tokyo.
I still don't want 12 pay-per-views a year. I'm still angry about that if it's going to happen. I still don't want it.
Yeah, because I was going to say,
dilute the product. I mean, football has the same issue now as well, where they just keep putting more and more games on.
Yep.
And we're like, for fuck's sake, I don't want my players playing 3 games a week, and they're getting fucking injured all the time. And the fact that it just doesn't make it special anymore. And wrestling's the same. Like, there's a reason why we don't watch every bloody WWE pay-per-view. Just don't give a shit.
When you're referring to the football, I mean, did this whole thing, like some teams playing 2-3 games a week, did that happen a lot pre-COVID?
Yes.
Yeah, it did, but it's been ramped up even more ever since. Like since the new president of FIFA came in, and
I remember the pandemic. A lot of the schedules were quite tight because obviously certain matches had to be delayed every once in a while due to outbreaks of COVID amongst the teams.
Yeah, but now after the pandemic's kind of gone, they just upped the amount of games now. In terms of internationals, they have that. What's that fucking? They've got that European Cup, the international one. I keep forgetting what it's bloody called.
Oh yeah, I know what you're on about.
So there's that one. Then there's obviously you've got your World Cups and your thing, which they will look to expand with more teams, meaning more games. Yep. UEFA Champions League changes next year, so there's 8 more games that the teams are going to be playing.
Well, I've already got my issues with the Champions League.
Yeah, they got the EFL, they got the fucking FA Cup stuff. They got the Premier League, and they've got international exhibition matches that they do. All this kind of shit. They're playing, wear and tearing their body 11 months of the year. Okay, the thing I like about US sports is they have a short period where they play, and they have, the season's over and they crack on. And with football, you get a couple of weeks and then you're back in again. And this is why we're seeing record number of injuries so early on in seasons now. This is unprecedented. And clubs and players and managers need to stage a strike and a protest to say, no, fuck that shit. Get rid of the EFL Cup, half the Champions League games. It's just ridiculous. Also Europa League and European Conference League, all this kind of shit. This is all just more matches. Maybe drop the Premier League teams down to 18 and then go from there, because it's just getting ridiculous. And for the Premier League clubs, don't bring them into the FA Cup to the 4th round rather than the 3rd round, just to help alleviate some of the pressure, because it's ridiculous. And clubs should sue, because they're like, hang on, you're adding all these extra games, international games and club games, and then I'm paying all these wages to injured players. No, fuck you.
I mean, the Champions League is a farce anyway. I mean, it's rigged so heavily in favor of certain nations, it's beyond a joke.
Oh my God, ridiculous. Like, if I always say to people, if you want to see how rigged it was, you should have seen the shit that they did against Arsenal, especially against Barcelona, where, like, they sent off a player just for tapping a ball away after a corner's been declared and all this kind of shit.
I don't even mean so much that. It's the fact that so many certain nations are overrepresented in the Champions League.
Great.
As in, you've got 3 or 4 teams going in from certain nations, which,
4 from England.
Yeah, 4 from England, 4 from Spain, 4 from Italy.
The biggest farce in that was probably the 2018-19 Champions League final. And that was contested between Liverpool and Spurs, who had been 3rd and 4th in the league, respectively.
Yeah.
And Spurs haven't won a championship since the First Division in 1960-61.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that it's the top 4 kind of going in.
I mean, the easiest way you could solve it. I mean, there's 55 governing. There's actually 55 football associations governed by UEFA.
Yeah.
Just take the top team. You take the top club from each of those divisions and put them in the fucking Champions League. You get the same number of games each season. 56th spot is saved for either the last year's winner, if they've not won their league this year, or the Europa League winner.
Yeah, but I suppose the issue with that is you just end up with the same kind of 2 teams. You always end up with like Real Madrid in the fucking finals and things like that. So,
I mean, 56 teams, 8 groups of 7. So it means each team is basically playing like 1 match against another club. So 3 matches home, 3 matches away. So each team basically plays 6 matches in the group stage.
I get that, but
top 2 teams from each group go through. So you got the last 16 knockout stages normal.
Yeah, but you might end up with like people not really giving a shit to watch Man City and things like that. But yeah, but I'm all for it. Like I don't mind. Like I don't give a shit. Like Champions League. I would love for my club to win any competition they're in. But yeah, I'm not as much in love of football as I used to be, because they've fucking ruined it. It's just owned by bloody American and Arab billionaires, and how long before they start exerting their power and really fuck things up, start moving teams away and all this kind of shit,
What you mean, like America does with theirs?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what America does with theirs. I mean, we saw it over here with the guy who bought Wimbledon and moved them to Milton Keynes. It's ridiculous. I mean, okay, fair enough. Arsenal, we were in South London and we got moved up to North London. But that's the early days. It doesn't count. But wouldn't want to do it now. Like even for Tottenham Hotspur, like I don't support Spurs, but I wouldn't want to see them fucking going up and be like Birmingham Hotspurs or anything like that. But how long before that shit happens? How long before they're just like, yeah, you're going to play half your matches in America and then your other half in Saudi Arabia and all this kind of shit. And they just abandoned what football was about. It's just this hollow, shallow product like American sports, basically. No offense. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough about sports. We'll talk about real sports like wrestling, God damn it. And on that bombshell, we're going to leave the stream.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
No, I've had a look and there's been no updates yet. I'm sure there's more stuff to come. What time is it over there?
It is now going on 1 o'clock over here.
It's 1 o'clock, so
for me.
We'll probably get more. Might get more. If not, we'll see what happens on Friday.
Yeah, if anything, by 5 o'clock in another few hours, if we don't hear anything then yeah, tomorrow will be the day to definitely come back and talk about it. Just to recap.
We'll be able to address it on the podcast tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yeah. If anything, we'll talk about again tomorrow. Come back later for Star Trek. If you're into Star Trek, they'll be reviewing next episode of Lower Decks. And if not, join us tomorrow for The World's Gone Insane. Let's talk about it. And on that note, to my whopping one viewer, I bid adieu and thank you to my co-host.